Right, before I do anything else, let's put this waypoint to the CDF base and research outpost on my HUD. There we are, it's just over 23 clicks to the west there. Okay, I think we're pretty much set. I'll just head down to the Wyvern and prep it for takeoff. Since our destination is a CDF base, you can be damn sure it's going to be well defended. I may have to land somewhere just out of range of its defences and figure out some way of getting inside.
Commander, I have detected what appears to be a human survivor on the perimeter camera.
Where?
They have just entered the structure, located on a hill to the east of the colony.
Hang on a second, that's the building with those kennels just over there. What are they doing out there? Ben, patch the camera feed through to this computer for me, please.
Acknowledged.
I can't really make anything out at this distance, Ben. Can you zoom in any further?
Yes, Commander.
Whoa, yeah, that definitely looks like someone just standing there by the window. I'm going to head out and try and catch them. Damn it, I wish there was a faster way down, but I don't want to head up to the landing pad and risk using my jetpack at this height, especially as I don't have any spare hydrogen tanks on me. Benson, can you disable the perimeter defences for me?
Affirmative, Commander. All turrets are now offline.
Good. They were glitching out earlier, and I don't want them accidentally shooting at me whilst I'm out there. I wonder if this is the same guy we spotted in the Starlight Lounge earlier. If so, then why is he, or she, avoiding us? Hopefully I'll be able to ask them myself soon enough. I just hope they're friendly. I do have this trusty assault rifle here if they turn out to be hostile, but it'll take several minutes for those defense turrets to come back online if I need additional support. Hello, is anyone in there? It's okay, I don't mean you any harm, I just want to ask you a few questions. Hello? Oh, for crying out loud, this is getting beyond a joke. Benson, where the hell are they?
Apologies, Commander. I lost them on the perimeter camera shortly before you entered the structure.
Shit. Copy that, Ben. If this is the same guy from earlier, he's really starting to annoy me now. And what's worse is that it sounds like our creepy friends are back, and they're louder than ever.
Warning. Warning, Commander Robertson. I am detecting multiple anomalous signatures approaching your current position from all directions.
What? Anomalous how?
They are humanoid, but seem to exhibit a minimal thermal signature.
Like camouflage or stealth tech? Oh crap. Copy that, Ben, I'm heading back now. Oh, what the hell? Hey, you, stop right there. Stop or I'll open fire. What's wrong with this guy? Screw it. Right, that was your last warning. And the same goes for you. You crazy bastards. What the hell is wrong with these people? And what has happened to his face? And his hand and arm? There's whole chunks of flesh missing. Is that the virus? I need to get out of here, and fast. Benson, I need your analysis. What's going on?
Apologies, Commander. I have insufficient data.
Yeah, that's not exactly helpful, Ben.
However, if a viral pathogen is present, then I suggest you evacuate the area immediately.
Yeah, I'd already figured that one out. Thanks, Captain Obvious. Right, prepping for immediate takeoff. Let's get the hell out of here. I just don't understand it, Ben. People with injuries like those shouldn't be alive, let alone be able to run around like that. They almost look like zombies, but that's insane. Things like that belong in comic books and Killer Bee movies. They're just physically impossible in real life.
I agree, Commander. The extent of the injuries of the beings that approached you would most likely have proven fatal for any normal human. Therefore, I am unable to explain why they were able to still function in the capacity we observed.
Yeah, that makes two of us.
I did note, however, that the beings were all emitting a low-level electromagnetic field, which I have been unable to account for.
Yeah, that is weird. Hopefully we'll get some answers once we reach this research base in the mountains, but I've got a horrible feeling that those things are all that's left of the colonists. Another thought that's going through my mind right now is, what if I've been infected too? I mean, if it's still in its early stages, neither my suit nor Ben might be able to detect it yet. Well, even if I am infected, I still have a job to do. And who knows, maybe there's a cure for it at this base we're going to.
Caution, Commander. My counterpart on the Valiant has detected a medium-sized vessel approaching. Its current course will take it into orbit above this planet, but outside the Valiant's weapon range. Be advised, it is not using its transponder.
Ah, pirates. I was beginning to wonder when they'd show up. Thanks, Ben. Let me know if the situation up there changes.
Yes, Commander.
Okay, we're approaching the CDF base and research site now. We're just under 5 clicks out, but I'm not seeing anything on the sensors. We're not being tracked by radar, and it doesn't look like any weapons have us locked. At least, none that I'm aware of, that is. IR missiles won't show up until they're launched. To be honest, it looks worryingly quiet out there. I'll slowly turn the nose of the Wyvern around so that I can take a look at the facility using the forward-facing camera. Right, let's see what we've got. Nothing. The place looks in darkness. I'll still have to be cautious though, it might just be that they've turned their lights off. Benson, are you detecting anything down there?
Negative, Commander. There is a small military outpost at the waypoint coordinates, but it appears to be inactive.
Appears so, but appearances can be deceiving. Whatever the case, we're about to come within range of any Gatling turrets they may have, so I guess we're about to find out. Nothing so far, which is good, I think. Nope, I guess we can say that for whatever reason their automated defences appear to be down. And it looks as though the base is just starting to come into view now. We're beginning to fly over the base now as well, so I'll take a quick look at it using the downward camera. I'm seeing what looks like damage down there. What's your analysis, Ben?
I agree, Commander. The base has a significant number of missing and damaged blocks. It is also without power and appears to be in lockdown.
I take it that's bad then?
Possibly, Commander. In order to gain access to the facility, you will need to activate the auxiliary power supply, which is located by the solar panels 150 meters to the southwest.
Which I'm guessing is outside the base.
Affirmative.
Ah, that's just great. Okay, I'll just finish landing the Wyvern and then I'll take a look around out there. In fact, it looks like I've just overshot what could be the landing pad, so I'll slowly reverse and try and set it down there. Normally I might have tried to land next to the solar panels and backup power supply, but as this base lies in the middle of what looks like a forest, and the fact that it's nighttime means that I'm likely to end up hitting a damn tree and wrecking my only means of getting back to the Valiant. So yeah, I'm not going to do that. Especially on a planet that's crawling with zombies. Which reminds me, Benson, I don't suppose you picked up anything on your sensors as we came into land that could have been any of our virus-ridden friends out there?
Unknown, Commander. I detected multiple faint thermal signatures in proximity to the space, but I am unable to determine what they are.
Ah, so they could be anything from former colonists with a virus to local wildlife. Oh well, thanks anyway, Benson. Okay, let's do this. That looks like some form of underground hangar bay. Interesting. And that up there looks as though it could be a control tower. Right, let's go and find this auxiliary power unit and get it switched on. If it's 150 meters to the southwest, that means it'll be over that way. Okay, let's get going. The only thing is that if we need to use the power stored in the solar panel's batteries to provide power for this place, it probably means that both the main reactor and the backup generator are both without power. That suggests that there hasn't been anyone here for quite some time. Ah, an old mammoth APC. And one that looks like it's taken quite a beating. Let's see if there's anything useful inside.
No fuel.
Oh well, it was worth a try. Ah, now what's the bet that this is what I'm looking for? Yep, solar panels, batteries. Excellent. Now the big question is, do any of these batteries still have power in them? They do. Nice one. Right, let's turn the rest of these batteries on and the solar panels. The more power we've got coming into the space, the better. Excellent. Right, time to head back. That was easy. Ben, as with before, please display the most recent logs on the base's LCD screens. I'll read them once I get back.
Acknowledged.
What I'll also do is just remove this waypoint from my HUD. Don't really need it anymore.
Commander, be advised that many logs appear to have been deleted or corrupted, displaying only valid entries.
That was to be expected. Thanks, Ben. Oh, good grief, here they come. Right, I think that's my cue to get back inside the base. Whoa! What in the hell is that thing? Some kind of combat droid? I've never seen anything like that before, or in any of Mr. Twain's reports. Benson, what kind of robot was that just tried to attack us there?
Unknown, Commander. It does not correspond to any known type currently in my database. There is a 95% chance that this may be a prototype, as it appears to be significantly more advanced than anything previously recorded.
Yeah, well, whatever it was, I hope there aren't any more of them. Bad enough we've got damn zombies out there. The last thing we need are killer robots from hell. Oh, son of a bitch. Right, that's it. I'm making a break for the control tower, before any more of those damn things appear. Damn it, that door's broken. Doesn't look like anything's followed me though. I'm not seeing anything else out there, but I have to bear in mind I can't see what's directly below me from up here. So much for hoping this place was going to be any safer than Avalon Colony. First it's zombie colonists, now we've got killer robots out to get us. What the heck is causing all this? It's like we're stuck in some twisted nightmare. Well, I suppose I'd better make a start at reading the logs we've got to try and piece as much of this together as we can. And I may as well make a start with this one right here. From General M. Tyler to Colonel S. Maddox. Colonel, I've had to postpone the inspection tour. Something more pressing has come up. It turns out that the inactive volcano near Site Bravo isn't as inactive as we thought. The ET&M survey teams not only discovered high amounts of CO2 being released from the mountain, but their subsurface scans have revealed something strange deep beneath the surface, and we've been tasked to provide security whilst they investigate. Which means we'll be moving the entire base closer to the mountain itself, and I'll be needed here to personally oversee the operation. Continue with tasking missions against the pirates in the belt and patrols to protect our miners. We need those resources to get that station built on Hades and sent into orbit ASAP. Regards, General M. Tyler. So, they found something inside the mountain. I'm guessing it's the huge one just to the north I had to fly around. I wonder what they discovered that was so important. That log mentions that the CDF base in Hades are also trying to put a station in orbit. That must be a relatively new development, as it wasn't mentioned in any of Twain's reports. Anyway, this next log says, from General M. Tyler to Lieutenant N. Estevez. Lieutenant, we need to increase cap and get more assets on the ground near the base with anti-air capability. We can't let those pirates catch us with our pants down again. I've already spoken to Captain Rao and she will ensure that a frigate remains in orbit over the site at all times. The fact that they knew about the overground dig site and exactly when and where to attack suggests that someone on the inside has been tipping them off. So keep your ears and eyes open. Watch Fernandez carefully. He's hiding something. I spotted him talking with Governor Greer in private and it sounded like they were arguing with each other. But when they saw me approaching, they abruptly stopped and went their separate ways. Keep an extra guard outside the vault entrance in the command centre. We need to protect the tunnel to the underground site now more than ever. General M. Tyler. That's odd. Why would pirates waste craft attacking a civilian dig site? They would have been better off trying to take out the CDF defences if they were that strong. It's good that they had a second way into the mountain, but why through the command centre? And this is a power readout, reminding me that the batteries will eventually run out. Lieutenant N. Estevez, incident report. At 0530 hours on Redacted, there was a major security breach and the mainframe was hacked from an unknown terminal within this base. Security was compromised and the defence turrets were rendered inactive and we are still working around the clock to bring them back online. During this time, VTOL Transport Shuttle CS-473 proceeded to lift off without prior authorization and ignored all attempts to hail them. Attempts to intercept CS-473 and bring it down with gunfire from our ground-based personnel proved to be ineffective, and CS-473 broke orbit at approximately Redacted. The whereabouts of civilian individuals Dr. Ralph Hansen, Toby Hayes, Lord Charles Henry Arthur Cavendish, and CDF personnel Private Scott Henry and Corporal Jonas Carlson remains unknown at this time, but there is increasing evidence to suggest that they were directly involved in both the security breach and the theft of CS-473. Well, it sounds like there was something of a mutiny, and some of the science team and a few soldiers managed to escape. Good for them, but bad for everyone else, as given how small this base is, I'm guessing that was probably their only shuttle. Right, this next log is from General M. Tyler to Major A. Chan. It's those damn pirates, Major. They're behind all of this. That accursed virus and those damn robots didn't appear until after they attacked the ET&M dig site on the mountainside. But they've shot themselves in the foot, Major. The landslide after has covered up the dig site in several tons of rock, and the only other way into the ruins is the access tunnel beneath this base. The governor has gone missing. We've less than 10 men left alive and no shuttle, so it looks like it's just us now, Major. I need you to hold those checkpoints for as long as you can. I'm going down to secure the command centre, alone if need be. I'll sacrifice every last one of us before I let a single pirate seize this base or desecrate those ruins we found. Once our reinforcements arrive, we'll have them on the run. General M. Tyler. Okay, now this is interesting because it suggests that it was ruins of some sort that they found inside the mountain. At least that's what I'm reading from that log. Plus, it says the robots attacked shortly after the pirates did. So, they're not CDF prototypes. In that case, who do they belong to? I doubt they belong to the pirates unless they either stole them or they bought them from some third party, but they seem a little out of their price range given how advanced they are. It sounds like the poor general is starting to lose it at this point though, which is not surprising given what's happening around here. Anyway, I'm going to take a look around and see if I can find any more clues as to what's happened around here. I just need to be careful in case I come across any more of those infected humans or robots. Ben, what's the status of the suspected pirate vessel that was approaching Terra Nova? Has it entered orbit yet?
Unknown, Commander. I have been unable to communicate with my counterpart on the Valiant since we landed, as it appears as though all the transmissions are being disrupted.
You mean jammed? From somewhere in this base?
Negative, Commander. The source of the electronic jamming is originating from a point approximately 2 kilometers to the northeast.
The mountain? Oh, why am I not surprised? Now I really am keen to know what's in there. Something tells me it's more than just ruins. Ah, a repair garage. That's neat. Not much use to me though, as I'm not really using any kind of ground vehicle of sorts. And this appears to be some form of underground garage, or vehicle storage bay. And that looks like a Boxer armoured fighting vehicle, but something tells me I probably can't just jump in and drive it away. It'll more than likely be locked, otherwise it wouldn't just be sitting there. Hallway access, which means that a large portion of this base is located underground. Makes sense when you think about it, but I'll explore that later on. I need to search the ground level buildings first before I venture below the surface, just in case I miss anything important. And that there is the mountain to the northeast that keeps being mentioned in the logs, the one with the ruins inside it. Hydroponics, which, to be honest, is just a fancy name for a place that they grow plants indoors that doesn't have soil. Yeah, there we go. Plants. Oh, that's going to be difficult to read. Actually, I've got an idea. Yeah, that's better. From Warrant Officer K. Nakamura to Lieutenant N. Estevez. Sir, I can successfully report that all floral specimens have managed to survive the transition intact and at week 5 are still maintaining positive growth. No signs of fungal infection remain on the specimens in pods A1 and A2. The spray treatment administered in period 3 has proven successful. Nothing else to report at this time. Yeah, that sounds like a really exciting job. Anyway, moving on swiftly. Research laboratory. I'll come back to this one later. I just want to make sure this area is clear first. I don't want anything sneaking up on me whilst I'm reading one of those LCDs. Oh, I don't know what happened here, but it must have been one hell of a fight. Yeah, half these blast doors are missing. Beds. This must be one of the barracks. Whoa, it almost looks as though something forced its way in through the ceiling. Nasty. And that wall's seen better days too. Okay, let's see what this log says. Sergeant Y. Kravchenko, personal log. There's only 4 of us left now, but we've managed to barricade ourselves here in the barracks until help arrives. Those things are still out there. There's just too many. We don't have enough ammo and Amadi is already wounded. This is like some sort of hellish nightmare I can't wake up from. How are things like those even possible in real life? The LT is gone, the general's locked himself in the CIC, and the big corporate hotshot Fernando, or whatever his name was, got disemboweled just outside the west checkpoint, and there's no way of getting out of this place. We could try and make a run for the Boxer, but it needs fuel, and only an officer will have the authorization to unlock it for us. It's worth a shot. If Armadi and Reed can't... Hang on. Sounds like something's on the roof. I'll finish this and that's where it ends. Poor bastards. I can already kind of guess what happened to them next. Now this looks like some sort of mess hall. It appears to have taken damage, but nowhere near as bad as the barracks. From Corporal J. Carlson to Warrant Officer K. Nakamura. Hey Nak, any idea what's going on around here? Sarge says that it's just the pirates trying to test our defences, but they've never attacked us like this before. Dirtside, I mean. Those new bots they've been sending against us give me the creeps. If the rats are using things like that now, then what else are they going to throw at us? A lot of the guys in our squad are getting real sick. You think the rats are doing germ warfare? Maybe they got some crazy docs working for them, like the ones we've got here. You know, the ones we've been told to keep an eye on and stuff. Oh yeah, before I forget, you said that Clements bought it a few days ago. Are you sure? I swear I saw him last night standing over by the solar panels to the south. I dunno, maybe it was Peck. He's skinnier but almost the same height. It was kinda dark after all. Carlson. Well now, given what I've seen so far, maybe it was Clements that he saw, infected with the virus. Interesting. This looks almost like a missile silo, which means it probably is. Administration. Let's see what's in here. Okay, Benson, what's wrong with this log?
Apologies, Commander. This log was deleted by the author, but an attempt was made by one of the CDF technical personnel to recover it. The file is only partially complete. If you wish, I can try and hack a nearby console to finish the process and fully recover the data.
Yes, please do. It might contain something important to our investigation.
File recovery successful. Log is now displayed on screen.
Excellent. Good work, Ben. From R. Fernandez to Unknown. Fools, all of them. Can they not see what we have here? If we can harness what lies inside that mountain and sell its secrets to the other corporations, we will be richer and more powerful than you could ever imagine. To hell with all this free-for-all humanity bullshit. That's the sort of fairy tales that losers believe in. The real universe does not work that way. General Tyler was easy enough to manipulate, especially after we paid our associate to send his drones to attack the original dig site. Now all he can think about is defending his precious base against an imaginary pirate offensive. Governor Greer saw things my way too to begin with, but the old man started to get cold feet, so he had to take care of him too. Now there's nothing left to stand in our way. Soon our scientists will find a way of getting us into the structure, then we can disable its defences and sell the device to the highest bidder. That selfish, manipulative bastard, that's the CEO of the Aerodynamic Trade and Mining Corporation. He's lied and manipulated the governor and the CDF general in order to try and get what he wanted, and killed off the governor too from the sounds of it. I'm not sorry this Fernandez guy was killed now. The evil son of a bitch got exactly what he deserved. Well, that explains the pirate attack on the dig site. I'm guessing he either paid the pirates or mercenaries to look like them to attack it to try and force the colonial authorities to seek help from one of the corporations, which would put him in a prime position to make a deal to sell whatever it was they found in that mountain to them. Yeah, the shroud covering this mystery is slowly starting to fall away now, and it reeks of greed. I don't like this one damn bit. Well, I guess it's time to check out the field hospital now. I'm not looking forward to this. Gruesome. Some high-tech gadgets in here, including a full-body medical scanner. Nice. Okay, let's see what this log says. From Dr. A. Jones to General M. Tyler. Ann Jones. General, I simply must protest. The way I have been treated since I arrived has been akin to that of a prisoner. Neither you nor your men have any right to detain me here in this field hospital and force me to work against my will. I came because it's clear that the situation is out of control and I demand to speak to Governor Greer immediately. Don't you understand? We have no idea what we are dealing with here and people are dying. Good people. This is completely unacceptable, and if we ever get out of this mess alive, you can be sure that I will file a formal complaint with the Terran colonial authorities. Dr. Jones. Mr. Twain's daughter is certainly a brave lady who's not afraid to stand up for her principles, but I fear her words may have fallen on deaf ears. I wonder where she ended up. I didn't see her name on the list of those who escaped on the shuttle. Anyway, there's one more log in here. Let's see what it says. G. Heller, nurse, personal log. I don't know what to do. I hear gunfire and shouting outside and I'm locked in here alone now. Dr. Goldberg's men took Abby away earlier when she started showing signs of the virus, and I've not seen Anne ever since she was taken away to the lab. That was yesterday. The soldier they took in earlier died a few minutes ago. I couldn't save him. I tried my best, but I just couldn't save him. Now his body is just lying there and it keeps twitching. Why does it keep doing that? I'm scared. Mum, Dad, if you ever find this, I just want you both to know how much I love you and that I miss you all so much. Greta. Oh, that poor lady. What a damn shame. It's good innocent people like her that suffer when things like this happen. At least we now know that Dr. Ann Jones was taken away to the research lab by this Dr. Goldberg fellow, which means that we've now got a good idea of where to look for her next. Ah, this place has access to the underground part of the base. That could be useful. From Professor R. Hansen to Dr. K. Goldberg. Carl, I understand where you are coming from, but we must not forget that we are here to benefit all of mankind, and we have a duty to try and save as many lives as possible, and in the most ethical way we know how. What we have discovered on this world changes everything, and we are so close to a breakthrough. But what you are suggesting is just plain wrong, and I am not comfortable with being part of it. Surely there must be another way. If your findings are correct, then we could have saved so many lives just by moving this research facility into orbit, no? Regards, Professor Ralph Hansen. Yeah, at least this guy has the right idea. Let's see what the other one says. From Dr. K. Goldberg to Professor R. Hansen. Do not worry yourself, Professor. I have spoken to both the Governor and Fernandez, and they have given us the go-ahead to do whatever it takes to solve this little puzzle of ours. I am positive that what we found is the entrance to the structure, and that a genetic or biomechanical marker is required to gain entry, not a control panel or primitive external mechanical device like the ones we use. We need to be sure, though, and for that we need someone with more expertise to examine a sample from one of our more recent subjects. That doctor from the colony that arrived yesterday is a surgeon, is she not? I'll have 2 of our men fetch her at once. The future of the human race is in our very hands. Now isn't the time to feel squeamish, Ralph. Dr. Goldberg. Yeah, even though a professor is usually senior to a doctor, it looks like they put this guy in charge of the project because they knew he wouldn't have any problems with the ethical sides of things. But what were they doing here? Well, time to check upstairs, I think. Well, it looks all clear. Oh, good grief, what the hell happened here? Whatever it wasn't pretty. Look at the blood. Ah, another personal log, this time from Dr. K. Goldberg, who says, The redacted that appeared shortly after the redacted, oh, for crying out loud, he's deleted half the words. At least we've got most of the text. Was attacked, appeared to be some form of something, Sentinels. The attack obviously triggered some form of alarm within the something that caused them to come online and begin attacking what they perceived as the threat. The something that was something occurred after the subject was attacked and found to have puncture marks on his torso and upper back. Subject initially felt unwell and displayed flu-like symptoms, but after several days their condition worsened and they began to something. What took us by surprise was that shortly after something, the subject's body, okay, I'm guessing that was death then, began to move again, and despite having suffered extreme something, it made attempts to physically something other members of staff, probably attack. This is not something normally attributed to a simple virus, and I suspect that there may be a something component to the something. What has me concerned is that there are now reports of other members of staff falling ill who have not been something, which suggests that the virus may now be airborne. I've asked Governor Greer and Mr. Fernandez for help, as I need more people both for work and for testing purposes. You have got to be kidding me. If I'm reading that correctly, and bear in mind half the words are bloody missing, the virus was caused by these robot Sentinels, as he calls them, before becoming airborne and spreading to everyone else. The second paragraph details one of the victims being reanimated by the same virus and trying to attack people, which would kind of explain these restraints here. Right, let's see what this last log says. From Dr. K. Goldberg to R. Fernandez. It is as I suspected. Before her untimely death, the good doctor confirmed that the subject was being slowly transformed and reanimated due to microscopic something found in the blood and tissue samples. This technology is still beyond anything we could ever achieve. We just need more time to study it. Sadly, the subject broke through the restraints and killed Dr. Jones and one of the nurses. Oh no. Forcing us to terminate it before any further tests could be performed. An unfortunate setback, but one I'm certain we'll bounce back from, providing that a suitable replacement can be found in a timely manner. Speaking of being timely, can you ask one of the soldiers to find Professor Hansen and politely escort him back to the lab as soon as possible? He was due to start over an hour ago, and I'm beginning to get concerned. It's not like him to be late, and we've got a lot of work to do. Dr. Goldberg. Whoa, now hang on a second. He mentions microscopic somethings in the bloodstream and tissue, and of it being of a technology more advanced than ours? Surely he doesn't mean... Oh no. I've got a horrible hunch of what's been causing all this, and I've got a feeling that I could very well be living in borrowed time myself. But in order to confirm this, I'll need to use that medical scanner in the field hospital. Benson, I'm not a doctor. Please tell me you can interface with a medical scanner to perform an in-depth, detailed scan and interpret the data.
Affirmative, Commander.
Thanks, Ben. I had a feeling you could, but I just wanted to make sure. Here's the medical scanner, Ben. Are you ready to begin?
Yes, Commander. Please step inside the medical scanner and use the corresponding button on the control panel to begin the procedure.
Copy that, Ben. I'm just making sure I don't hit the wrong one. Begin full medical scan. Okay, here goes.
Medical scan complete. Processing results and displaying on screen.
Excellent. Thanks, Ben. Okay, Ben, what's the result of the medical scan? Did you find anything unusual or life-threatening?
Affirmative, Commander. The scan shows that there are a significant amount of nanites spread throughout your body that were not present during your last scan on board the Valiant.
Ah, son of a bitch. That's exactly what I suspected. Well, I'm guessing I'm pretty much screwed then, as they're most likely in the process of turning me into a damn zombie too, Benson. How long do I have before I develop an unhealthy taste for brains?
Negative, Commander. The nanites in your bloodstream and body tissue appear to be idle.
Wait a second. Idle? As in, they're not doing anything?
Yes, Commander. It appears as though that process of conversion had begun briefly until several nanites came into contact with cells containing the Thalliard Panimmunity vaccine, after which they all appear to have reverted into an idle state.
What? The Thalliard Panimmunity vaccine stopped them? How?
Unknown, Commander. There appears to be no interaction between them. It is highly possible, however, that the nanites have received commands to exclude beings that have certain genetic markers, such as those present in the Thalliard vaccine.
Damn it, this isn't good. First off, because it means that while I might be immune, every other human being that sets foot down here won't be, and we just don't have the technology to make Thalliard vaccines yet. Second of all, what's stopping these nanites from receiving a new command later on that says, to hell with it, convert the human with the strange alien vaccine too? What does have me worried though is that Councillor Zorak assured me that the Thalliard didn't have anything to do with this place, yet the nanites seem to grind to a halt when they detect something that's Thalliard in origin. I don't know, maybe it's just coincidence. Anyway, it's time to search the lower sections of the space and see if there's anything else we can find. Main flight deck. May as well start there. It's relatively empty, but that doesn't surprise me. There was a shuttle here at one time, but those guys took it to escape. That small VTOL looks too badly damaged. It's not going anywhere. And I'm guessing that's where the shuttle used to be. This one looks like it's just been stripped for parts. And that seems to be it. Nothing else here. Okay, let's move on to the next area. Flight Control Center. Right, let's see what we've got. Warning! Unauthorized departure. VTOL Transport Shuttle CS-473. Hangar doors not responding. Yeah, that'll be from when those guys escaped. Aha, what does this say? From Lord Charles A.H. Cavendish to Governor L. Greer. Come on, you silly arse, we're all about to leave, by Jove. I know you haven't returned my messages from yesterday either, but if you're not here in 10 minutes, then we'll be forced to leave without you, and I'd rather not have that on my consciousness. Consciences. Damn it, man, you know what I mean. Just hurry up. Kind regards, Lord Charles. This guy sounds like an absolute legend. I recognise his name, though. This is one of the guys that stole the shuttle. One of the other logs mentioned that the shuttle eventually broke orbit and flew off into space. I wonder if those guys ever made it to safety. I can probably find out once I get to the command center.
Commander, be advised that the base is still on emergency power. You will be unable to access the command center until the main reactor is brought back online.
Ah, of course. Thanks, Ben. I'm heading there now. Hopefully there won't be any more zombies or robot sentinels on the way there. Looks clear so far. Ah, bedrock. They must have either had to drill or blast their way through that to make this tunnel. And this must be the main reactor. I'm at the main reactor now, Ben. Do I need to add fuel to this thing?
Negative, Commander. The reactor shut down automatically after a set amount of time when no human input was received. You will need to activate the reactor override button on the control panel in order to safely restart the reactor.
Okay, that'll be this one. Here goes. Perfect. There we go. Looks like the main reactor's back online. How's it looking, Ben?
Apologies, Commander. I only have the limited ability to monitor the functions of the space, but on initial observation, it appears as though the reactor is running within acceptable parameters, and I am not detecting any faults at this time.
Well, you know what? That's good enough for me. Thanks, Benson. Well, it doesn't look like there's anything in this cryo room, except for a whole bunch of empty cryopods, that is. Missile observation. Oh, this could be interesting. No, this just looks like a seeding area next to the missile silo. Nothing of value here, I think. There is another message log, though. What does it say? From Lord Charles A.H. Cavendish to Governor L. Greer. Lawrence, I hate to be the one to tell you this, old chap, but I really do think you've made a bit of a mistake here. It's not bad enough that there's nothing to drink. Not a damn thing, I tell you. But it very much seems as though this venture you've asked me to help you finance has taken a turn for the worst. What with people dying and all that. There were space pirates shooting at us from the sky too, by Jove. although they don't seem to be very good at it as they manage to miss this place by miles. Ha 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 ha. Tell you what, if that General chappie doesn't sort things out soon, I may have to put my old skills from the war to use to try and get us out of this mess. But we're not alone, by Jove. There's a few others who'd like to join us along the way. Kind regards, Lord Charles. You know, even though he comes across as a complete toff, I reckon there's more to this fellow than meets the eye. I bet he used to be a spy or something in the last war, which would explain how he, along with a few others, managed to steal a damn shuttle from a well-guarded military base. Now, I think this tunnel leads to an access point to one of those gateways, or the guard towers above them, that is. Yeah, I'm guessing that's them up there. But I don't need to go there. I need to finish searching down here first. I was just thinking, if it's nanites that are turning people into these zombies, or rather, animated husks, then that would explain why Dr. Hansen mentioned that lives could have been saved if they moved people to orbit. I'm guessing the nanites powered down once they're out of range of whatever it is that's controlling them. I wonder if this is related to that Terra Nova madness affliction. But the more important question is, where are these nanites coming from, and what is their relation to these robot Sentinels? Well, I guess I'll ponder that later. Right now I need to go to the command center, which is down this way. Uh-oh, interior turrets. But it looks as though they have been deactivated. I hope. I just remembered. I'll have to inform Mr. Twain about his daughter's death once I get back. I'm not looking forward to that. And this appears to be a firing range that looks like pretty much every other firing range I've seen. Except that this one uses trendy, cool digital target displays. I'm not exactly sure how those work, but I'm not going to waste ammo trying to find out. Okay, all that's left now is to check out the command center, which has been locked down. Authorized access only. Well, I wonder if a Terran Colonial Marshal has access. Time to make use of Madison's ID card again. Thank you, Marshal. Right, let's get into this place. Ah, impressive. That's just a screen that shows that General Tyler entered his authorization code to lock this place down. I haven't seen any sign of the General himself though, which is odd. He was supposed to have locked himself in here. Just status readouts, nothing important up there unfortunately. High security area, no unauthorized access. This will be the access tunnel that was mentioned in those logs that leads to the underground dig site and entrance to these ruins that they found. And it's locked. Why is that not a surprise? And it looks like we've got another log. This time it's from General M. Tyler, of course, to Colonel S. Maddox. It's those pirates. They've got us pinned down, Colonel. They're damned combat droids from hell, and that biological weapon they've used has us down to just a handful of men. They're jamming our comms so we can't call for help. Hell, I don't even know if you're even getting this message. I've put the entire base on lockdown and secured the command center. They'll have to come through me first before they take this place. Here they come. I can hear them scratching on the walls, whispering my name. You'll never take me alive, you bastards. Yeah, this poor guy certainly lost it at the end. Right, I'm going to check that control panel again to see if I can find some way of opening that secure doorway. Ah, there we go. Excellent. Now, I think I should be safe enough with those blast doors open. I've not seen anything come down here yet. Okay, let's see where this takes us. To an extremely well-defended entrance, it seems. I'm glad those turrets are offline. Aha! General Tyler, I presume. Now, I wonder, if a body completely loses its ability to function, like brain death or something, do the nanites then consume the soft tissue as the body dies? That would explain the skeletons we've seen. Anyway, that's not important right now. What is important is that whatever lies behind these blast doors has likely been the cause of all this misery and madness, and I think it's time we found out what it is.